All right. I'm curious about this video here. It's kind of short. It's like less than 10 minutes. Is why do people hate React streamers? I mean, so we're going to ironically react to it because, that's how things work in what I do, dude. A based React streamer. Pretty cool. Anyway, I'm looking forward to it. Let's get this going.
Of XQC, as the likes of XQC, Asmongold, Charlie, and Sniper Wolf seem to be the biggest and most heavily criticized reaction streamers.
I feel like that's not true. I feel like XQC definitely, Weird Bella Porch definitely, Charlie and Asmongold not really. I feel like Moist Critical almost doesn't really do reactions too much. He reacts on stream, doesn't really post on his channel, and Asmongold significantly transforms stuff. The issue with XQC is this motherfucker just like that's all he does when he reacts to stuff. And then Sniper Wolf doesn't even apparently sit down at the goddamn computer and react to things. She just has a script of what she's supposed to say and someone edits it in. I guess that's smart. I don't know. But then she doesn't even credit the people. So not really necessarily the same.
Unfortunately, reaction videos have become such a sorry state that Jason Derulo is doing it without actually launching content.
Wow, smart Jason Derulo.
And Kwebbelkop is using AI to replace his real human presence.
Wow. Damn, smart, dude. How the fuck do I do that?
The biggest criticisms of reaction content is that, 1, the content is lazy.
That's true, but that's not a real criticism because, motherfucker, we all want to be lazy. And if you say, no, I don't, shut up, you're lying. Are you kidding me? Laziness breeds innovation. Okay, I used to be the best at my job back when I worked a real adult job. I was fucking lazy as hell. I was very efficient because I knew I had to get a certain amount of work done, and I wanted to do it as easily as possible. So I did that. I got all my work done as easy as possible, but like it was still quality work. That's life, brother. I want to be lazy. I don't give a fuck. I don't care. You work hard when you have to, but why? It's a skill issue for you.
2, it gets more views and revenue than original videos.
That's just not true.
Without the original artist receiving any credit.
That part's weird. Sometimes it can. That's such a vague thing to say. That can happen, though some of them may get more views than the original. That doesn't mean that some of them don't benefit. Sniper Wolf's viewership probably doesn't benefit. It's a different platform. It's on TikTok. She doesn't accredit them, so that's going to be the reason. XQC, I think he puts in the description, you could argue people are going to still go over there. Anybody who clicks on an XQC reaction, they might, well, that's the thing. If it's an Asmongold reaction, if you click on it and you see Asmongold reacting, you're either there for Asmongold's reaction to the video, or if he's babbling too much, you'll go and find the original through his description and you'll just watch that and say, I've done that all the time. I don't necessarily think that reactions are the worst to do for YouTube reactions. I do think that there's an issue when it comes to an XQC reacting, because if you click on an XQC video and he's barely transforming the video, he's barely adding commentary, you have less of an incentive to click off of the video and go to the original. So that's my issue with XQC. I think it's perfectly fine. Nobody's going to come here and you're going to watch this video over watching this other person's video if they're curious about this person's video instead. They're not going to listen to me yak on unless they're here to hear me yak about the particular subject matter. And then that gets into another conversation about the difference between conversational reactions versus entertainment reactions, where some reactions are about entertainment, whereas I have and some are about conversations. Like, for instance, I would argue that this video is a conversational reaction and engages in the conversation about reaction content. This here is a Vince Vintage video I might react to later, and this is an entertainment reaction where it's about what the breakdown of a megachurch pastor looks like, right? So there's different types of reactions and on how much each person does and how much, there's just a whole bunch of different things,
And 3, every reaction video is stretched out to maximize ad revenue.
I guess. I mean, every video is generally stretched out you're going to have it longer because it's a reaction to the source material. Like, sure, I guess.
Which leads to bloated and low quality content.
Yeah, so then don't watch it. If anything, that's a positive. Less likely for people to watch that, more likely for them to go over to the original video. But clearly people like engaging with somebody like myself, or more notably like Asmongold and whatnot, because that's a personality. We live in an internet age where people are lonelier, and some people like to enjoy somebody or interacting with somebody who produces it's like a watch party almost, except for you have to transform it by adding a significant amount of commentary to it,
wasting viewers' time.
How does it waste their time? They're clicking on the video. What are they getting, like a fucking, you think that they're getting like forced to watch by their will?
However, to understand the world of reactions, first we must define it, as reacting has a long and varied history.
Sure, I mean, reaction can be literally reacting to an entire video, or it can be cutting it up. There's a lot of different aspects to it.
A reaction streamer or creator is someone who makes a living from viewing and commenting on other people's work,
sure,
often whilst recording themselves live. Audiences enjoy reaction content because it delves into current affairs, and they can get a good sense of what's happening.
And it also gives you an interaction with a person that you usually trust and like. So
A bit like tabloid magazines. It goes even further than this, as watching the chat in the bottom corner or reading comments underneath an upload is part of entertainment too, as viewers get to see the reactions of other viewers, giving more value. And React-style entertainment has been around for a long time. Remember when the Fine Bros attempted to trademark React content back in the early 2010s? Not to mention in traditional
whoa, what is this? That's not My Hero Academia. That's your hero. Get the fuck out of here, dude. What the hell is this?
media, such as TV broadcasts in Japan, it's super common for hosts to have their faces in a little corner of the screen reacting to everything. The more expressive and opinionated a broadcaster is, the more people like them, which mirrors the current online model, and this can be genuinely entertaining if done well. This is why you'll see crowd reactions in sports or comedy settings, because humans are social creatures and want to see what other people are thinking. Reaction videos simply make these shots of people the entire focus.
Is this like 20 people reacting to this one video, or is this just edited like that? Because that is kind of cool looking. I want to be part of the 20-man reaction, except all of us get to pause whenever we want and give commentary. It'll be a brutal exchange.
Not too long ago, I released a video exploring why there is so much hate towards Charlie, but I feel it did
I feel like there's not a lot of hate towards Charlie. Are you making this up, or I don't know? Okay.
not discuss the wider concept in as much depth as it should have. Hence, this
Who hates XQC? I mean, who hates Moist Critical? I don't understand.
video exists to fill in the gaps. On a side note, I want to let you know that Dark Viper AU still isn't okay with Charlie as that implied in that video,
I don't care. Dark Viper is a whiny baby. I don't give a shit about him.
and it's important to bring that correction to light. So let's delve deep into each problem facing reaction content and
Holy
take
shit.
a look at how it has become the cesspit we know and love, and figure out what solutions, if any, can be implemented to fix the issue. A quick word from today's sponsor.
I don't really think it's an issue. I really don't think that React content is an issue. I don't think it's a problem. I really don't. And I think people are becoming more accepting of it as the more and more that the dialogue goes on, the more people are accepting React content and caring less about it. Most creators, I think at the most, find it like maybe a little annoying. But for the most part, they just don't give a shit. I think that there are plenty of people who like reaction. It depends on the side of YouTube you're on too. Like, for me, when I do social political commentary type content stuff, like I would love it if people react to it and weigh in on that kind of shit. So I don't think it's an issue. I don't think there's a real negative to it. People like it, so there's an audience for it. I think that if you engage in if somebody's doing a solid transformative job reacting to the video that they're reacting to, I don't think that anybody's going to come in and watch that person over the other person if they're there for the core video, right? Nobody's going to come into here and they're going to watch Papa Gut react to this video if they're interested in the video. They would rather go and watch the original video. You could argue like, yeah, but people aren't going to watch the original video though. It's like, yeah, but even when people do transformative reactions to the way where they only put in like 20% of the video, they're not watching the original video anyway. Like that's just happening. People tend to like their content creator. They don't usually look at both sides. If there's two people engaged in an annoying argument back and forth online, you're usually just checking out the one side of it. I mean, and you're just like responding to it. Okay. Like when I look at Abin Preach talking about Fresh and Fit, I'm not watching Fresh and Fit's videos. I'm watching Abin, you know what I mean? I'm not going to go back, and just because Abin Preach reacted to Fresh and Fit's video doesn't mean I'm going to go and watch fucking Fresh and Fit's. I don't give a shit, right? So I really don't see it as a negative. If anything, I think it boosts some people, the awareness of somebody who made a particular piece of content. So whatever.
Private internet access.
Whoa!
Incognito mode is not enough
Now
if you
I
want
could
to
look
stay
at
visible online. So all you need to do is turn on private
inappropriate videos.
Internet.
All right, guys, check out the link in the bio for this thing that helps you look at child porn, or Netflix. It's in his description. Okay, guys, definitely go watch. You can even, there's the link right there. piavpn.com/LIMC.
The private internet access for sponsoring this video.
Cool. Chapter 1, lazy content. Yeah, okay, I don't care about that.
At its worst, a reaction is extremely boring and relies on the content doing all the work for the streamer.
Okay.
Short form video
Then nobody would watch it.
especially has seen a glut of grifters taking other people's work and simply plastering their face over it in order to gain views.
Sure, that happens.
Jason Derulo is the perfect example of this, as all he does is make a confused face at other people's TikToks, and more egregiously, it appears he just films himself a bunch of times beforehand and slaps it on each clip. It is in this manner that Jason
I gotta watch this Jason Derulo thing.
Derulo has literally become the worst kind of grifter. He's become the kind of person who blatantly steals other people's content and doesn't even bother to show up for it. This is absolutely ridiculous and insanely greedy considering he already has a multi-million-dollar career.
I guess he's trying I guess he's trying to keep himself in the know. That's wild, dude. This is so I have to watch this. This is so silly.
Or, even worse, some are using artificial intelligence to relay exactly what is happening on screen and then call it transformative.
That's crazy. I use AI to jerk off. Fuck. I gotta stop telling people these things. Bro, you know that they have websites where you can make AI fucking shit, you know? You could be like, oh, make a Bulma with huge tits and ass. The fucking internet is crazy, dude. I feel like for an old guy like me, this technology is so fucking crazy. But for youngsters, you guys are like, oh, this is so normal. You're going to grow up into this is going to be normal for you. It's not going to be interesting or exciting. Holy shit, dude. It's fucking crazy.
Cop has shown he is gunning for a future where an AI can simply do all the reacting for him, which feels entirely dystopian. Unfortunately, social media algorithms clearly love these types of videos and push them to the top of the For You page constantly.
I didn't say anything. Shut the fuck up. Stop pretending you heard stuff. Stop pretending that you heard things. Stop pretending that you heard anything I just said.
Dolan Dark simultaneously embraces and satirizes reaction content with his Slop Live videos, holding a mirror to channels that gain millions of views through stretching out boring content reacting to internet drama by summarizing them as minute-long sound bites. You get the point. There's endless copycat accounts making exactly the same style of content with similar titles and thumbnails.
Hey. I love that. It's been called.
Reacting because it rakes in millions of views. As a result of this genre's success, there are those who wish to exploit it whilst putting in the lead.
You can be done right, but I swear most facts forget to react. Let's start the video. Thanks for the sub. Hey, listen, I feel like I do it right. Right, dude?
Least amount of work possible. This makes it easy for creators to pick drama or sketches someone else has made and simply record themselves watching it without any creative input, thus proving reactions can be one of the
I think I'm creative.
Laziest.
I just told you I jerked off to Bulma's big titty and ass. I mean, I feel like how much more creative did you want? How much creative could you ask for, bro? Come on. What else do you want out of me? What else do you want?
Forms of entertainment.
Reactions get more views than they can sometimes. It depends. Mine certainly don't.
It's not as if reaction content is being criticized for the first time, however, as it seems like every year there's outcry against those taking others' work and reposting it.
Yeah, but I think that usually the criticisms are especially come from people who do almost no reacting. Like XQC is one of them, so.
The main defense used by React streamers is that they're giving small channels more views, as long as they're crediting them properly.
Oh, they could. I don't think that needs to be the main defense, but sure.
Unfortunately, once an audience member watches a video, there's very little chance of them going to the effort of seeking out its original uploader and
1,000%
engaging with them.
But that doesn't, 100%, absolutely. But I don't think that necessarily matters. Again, if you're coming into like this video, watching me talk, and you don't like hearing me babble, you're going to go watch this person's video instead. Or you might have liked them, so you'll subscribe to them for the future. Unless I'm reacting to every single one of their videos, then that might be a bit problematic. Outside of that, like, yeah, it's this audience crossover. If I share an audience with a content creator, you're probably going to have watched their video already without watching before I even make it. So you might watch it again if I react to it because you want to hear what I have to say. Absolutely. But I really don't think that there's anything. I think that for anybody who's like was going to intend to watch the original video but watches the person reacting instead, I think for every person who does that is another person who's coming in to watch my reaction going, this is an annoying reaction. I'm just going to go watch the main video instead anyway. For the most part, people have different separate audiences. It's just audience crossover. I very highly doubt I have a whole lot of overlap over lessons in meme culture. You know, I'm gonna come.
This brings up issues surrounding fair use. Is it okay for streamers to simply sit down, put on a 90-minute video and react to it without adding much to the table?
Well, no, of course not adding much.
Other than some side comments?
Well, no, side comments aren't significantly transformative, right? Like, I feel like it needs to be much more than side. There has to be meaningful commentary that you can add into the video. If I posted one, "Oh guys, this is fucking crazy. Look at this guy with my earbuds," if I did that, you'd probably argue that's not significantly transformative or particularly intelligent or reasonable or good or anything like that. But if I told you that about how there's an AI program that will generate you a Bulma with a big ass and titties, that might be significantly transformative. That might be some really reasonable, intelligent commentary, and you might go, I need to find this for research. I probably shouldn't keep going back to that, but that's my life, brother.
Can it truly be considered transformative if nothing changes? Many seem to believe it cannot, especially
okay.
when a person uploads.
Yeah, I don't really. Okay, I don't care. I mean, here's my thing. I always say I reacted to a Mr. Papa Meat video. It was him talking about Disney adults, and he reacted to somebody's content. He transformed it with editing, or somebody else did it for him. But he removed the credit from the original person he was reacting to, and removed all mentions of him on the screen. So I kind of feel like Meat Canyon doesn't really get the right to criticize people for react to content. So. And this argument that Twitch reactors are killing YouTube is obviously not true. If anything, they're probably bringing more people to react to YouTube. And I just don't like Dark Viper. I think he's a pussy. He's annoying.
Compilations of others' work without adding anything new to the conversation.
Okay.
Jack's Films interviewed a bunch of creators who have had their content stolen by other accounts and received a ton more views than what they'd ever normally get.
Cool.
Jack even makes an example of one of his own videos receiving so many views that if he got the same amount, he'd have made $100,000. And he's already
from what?
Receiving so many views that if he
10.7 million on YouTube, on TikTok is like $200. I'm not even kidding. They pay like $20 to $30 per million. So
got the same amount.
Yeah, so that's like, let's just say that's $600 right there.
He'd have made $100,000.
What do you? No, what?
And received a ton more views than what they'd ever normally. Of creators who have had their content stolen by other accounts and received a ton more views than what they'd ever normally get. Jack even makes an example of one of his own videos receiving so many views that if he got
this looks like from TikTok.
The same amount, he'd have made $100,000.
Well, I don't know. Maybe I don't know the context, but about 40 million views on TikTok is not $100,000. Okay, it's like $1,000.
And he's already quite a large channel. Imagine the frustration of
maybe there's just not enough context.
Smaller channel going through exactly the same thing, unable to grow because their effort is consistently stolen from them.
Maybe. I mean, I feel like when it comes to TikTok to YouTube, I don't think anybody's like. I don't know. I don't think people are necessarily on YouTube getting. I don't know. I wonder how often people, if they have their TikTok reacted to by Sniper Wolf, how often you were likely to, or how likely it was for you to come across their shit on their For You page on TikTok. I don't know.
It is in this manner that reactions getting more.
Bro, I fucking hate this argument here with the Meat Canyon thing. I love you. I love you, Soup, bro, but I'm gonna shit on you, okay? I'm sure Meat Canyon avoided putting the creator's vid to avoid his community going over and commenting hate. That's not an argument as to why you don't credit a creator. If your community is so fucking... If you as a creator think your community is so fucking toxic that if you react to somebody's video and credit them that they will go over there and mass hate them, then you just shouldn't do reactions. You're not mature enough and your audience isn't mature enough to do that. That's not an argument. That's bullshit. Oh, man, I didn't want to credit this particular source because I thought people would hate them. That's ridiculous. That's just a dumb argument. Then if you think that they're that toxic, don't make the content. You should always credit the content. I think it's shitty. Maybe your best argument is like maybe the guy said, hey, you can react to my content, just take away my credits and don't, whatever. That would be fine. That's different. If you're like, I think maybe Meat Canyon and him had a side deal, sure. But outside of that, no fucking way. That's ridiculous. In my opinion.
More views than original uploads becomes a huge problem, demonstrating weak links in an unfair online system.
What is this? What fucking... Okay, whatever.
Number 3 is more of an issue that social media platforms have created, as they built a system that incentivizes video padding. Gaming has long taught us that humans will always min-max a system they are presented with, even if they don't find it fun, which is exactly
that's what fucking kills MMOs.
What is happening here, and why topics that can be communicated concisely are often drawn out to 8 to 10 minutes in order to maximize ad revenue. Streamers like Sniper
What the fuck? What the hell is wearing a diaper?
Wolf are absolutely famous for padding out their YouTube uploads. By simply posting footage from their streams which show them watching TikToks, often without crediting original creators. In fact, most reaction channels are guilty of this fact, whether they put in a lot of effort or not. It gets to the point where reaction channels are reacting to other reaction channels, reacting to other reaction
True, I do that sometimes. I don't give a fuck, dude.
channels until social media at large becomes a massive cesspit of reaction content bloating until it inevitably bursts under its own weight. One of my favorite examples of this is a video by Meat Canyon showing XQC turning into an eye.
That's my thing, is if people don't want to watch it, they just won't. People aren't forced to watch anything. So
Gobbling Goblin, and XQC reacted live to.
if you're not a reaction content consumer, you're just not going to see reaction content. Like, you don't care. You're not going to get shown it unless you want it. Like, this reaction, I got to get fucking WD-40.
It, taking it extremely well despite it throwing so much shade at him. But furthering the cycle, Papa Meat released a video titled Meat Canyon Reacts to XQC Reacts to Tragedy of a Reaction Streamer,
Okay.
which, like Dolan Duck Slop Live, simultaneously embraces and satirizes the insanity of it all. So not only are reaction streamers padding out their videos to ridiculous lengths,
Yeah, everybody is.
wasting viewers' time, but these padding
Nobody's wasting a viewer's time, bro. This doesn't make any sense to me. How are you wasting somebody's fucking time? Just turn the video off, bro. It's like internet bullying. Just turn the computer off and walk away, bro. Like, you're wasting my time. Turn it off. Turn it off. When people on my video go, Papa God, stop fucking pausing all the time and just move on the video, watch it yourself, asshole. That's the whole point of me being here. Okay, we're 7 minutes into this fucking video. I've made it 20 minutes long, 21 minutes long. I've tripled this. I don't care. Go watch it yourself. That's the point of the React content, is if you find it annoying, you go watch the original video. If you don't like the commentary, if you don't, then go watch the original video.
are resulting in further reactions, propagating the cycle indefinitely.
Not really, because, okay, whatever. It's not really making it happen indefinitely. People aren't going to continuously react to everything. Unless, again, it's entertaining.
It would appear people that make their living
Solutions.
simply by reacting to what is happening in front of them have existed for many, many
Yeah, it's literally the fucking media.
years. However, the world of React streaming specifically seems to be what has led to consistent outcry from those on the internet, leading to levels of hatred
Yeah, I guess. People cry about everything on the internet. Who cares?
that border on obsession. Though whether or not reaction content has actually ruined the internet is difficult to discern,
Well, it's probably because it doesn't. It's not true.
as the idea that it is lazy seems subjective, given
Yeah,
the fact
it is lazy. Who cares? Who,
that
doesn't, who wants to work hard?
that algorithms created by social media tech giants seem to push this content to the top implies something else.
It implies people enjoy watching it.
The idea that our online environment incentivizes certain types of content over others, and as a result, reaction streamers will be here to stay until that
Yeah, the online environment is created by the people online. YouTube's not trying to force you to watch stuff. They want you to watch shit that you want to watch. They're not like, oh man, I really should put these reaction streamers up there just so I can fucking ruin the internet. No, man, people like this shit. That's what the reality is. There's less people that are like online. There's less people who are invested in online culture, and those people are just trying to come on for like a compilation. You can shit on Sniper Wolf all you want. She's compiling a bunch of videos together, and people want to watch it. You might think that that's bad. I think that there's somewhat of a gray area. I mean, I think that she just needs to credit people. That's all I care about. But at the end of the day, like, people want to consume it. They want to consume React content. They want to consume stuff like this. So, you know, I mean, if you want to change that, maybe you gotta bring their fathers back so that they're not so fucking lonely, you know?
changes. I also want to reiterate the fact that there are plenty of reaction content creators out there, whether they be streamers or regular channels, that do put effort toward their own work, but these are often outshunned by the bad actors like Jason Derulo.
I guess.
So what can we do moving forward? Well, from the anecdotal evidence given, it's clear there needs to be a huge change when it comes to fair use laws.
Probably not.
They need to be easily enforceable and easily defendable, as at the current moment they seem to be such a grey area on the content creator spectrum, which simply
Yes.
hurts everyone.
I don't think it hurts anybody. I don't think anybody's being hurt by this. I don't think you could show any substance to prove for that.
This would ensure reaction
You're just making an assertion. It's like, okay.
content would not involve stolen work, and proper parties could be credited. Or, as others have asked for many times, we need a system that identifies original uploads of videos and allows content creators to claim a cut of
That's already there.
ad revenue.
That already exists. If you see somebody reacting to your content, put it in a copy, like a DMCA strike, and people will most likely stop, especially the big content creators. Like if I posted this video and this guy put in a strike for it, I'd probably just be like, okay. I mean, I might contest the strike, and then if he shot it down, I would be like, okay, I'm never going to react to him again. Like, that's all you have to do. People can do that. It's not going to have this massive, turbulent fucking impact on the internet. Nobody's going to like shit and come and fart their pants over it. Like if somebody, like that's it. Just tell people to stop reacting to your content. Like, why do I have to do that in the first place? It's kind of the flow of YouTube. It's the atmosphere that's been like said to be like, hey, this is a normal aspect of it. If you don't want to engage in it, just say so. It's not that big of a deal. But okay.
as it is extremely unfair to see someone making hundreds of thousands of dollars off of a video that generates the original artist a pittance.
Okay.
As for the time padding issues incentivizing maximum revenue, what do you guys think?
Nothing.
How could social
People want to engage in it. So cares.
media platforms prevent it?
They don't need. Why would they want to prevent it? Why would they want to prevent people from expanding the length of their videos? They want people engaging for as long as possible. If you're willing to sit through an hour of Asmongold reacting to something, why would YouTube give a singular fuck about that? Why would YouTube go, yeah, we need to solve the problem? What's the problem? They want you to sit down on their platform and engage in it as long as possible. It's more money for them. It's more ad revenue for them. They just want you to watch this. They just want you to watch. That's it. They just want you to watch it. Why would they change any of that? That makes absolutely no sense. There's nothing wrong with it. There's nothing wrong with it. Again, if it's not entertaining, they'll just move on. You can like or hate Hasan and Asmongold, but they're entertaining more so than a lot of other people. So that's why people watch them.
Let me know in the comments below.
Cool beans.
And thanks again to Private Internet Access for
Cool beans.
sponsoring this video. Click the link in the description.
Yeah, click that link, guys, for some cool VPN so nobody will know what you're jerking it to. Cool video.